Okay, look, I know my reaction to the brand new DLC for Donkey Kong Bonanza was a little extreme, to say the least.
Later today! No!
But is it actually worth $20? Nintendo coming out here with an extra level, a new mode, something that probably was already done when the game was released. So should it just have been released with the game? What's going on, guys? Welcome all back to the channel. It is the good old Mossy Jake, back with another Nintendo video. So we just had that Nintendo Direct, and a lot of people either, well, hated it or loved it. And, you know, there were some people that were kind of in the middle like me who, you know, I thought it was great. I think we probably could have just had like one more big thing at the end instead of Final Fantasy, and I know a lot of people like that. I know there are fans for it. I'm not trying to, you know, overreact, but I feel like everyone was just expecting the final announcement to be something so massive that it just like blows us away. Like whether it was, you know, 3D Mario or whatever, I think everyone was kind of expecting that, but it wasn't. However, I honestly, looking back, my biggest reaction to the whole Direct was the Donkey Kong Bonanza. Now, there were some other cool things as well that I freaked out about and was really excited for, but mostly I was excited just to play Donkey Kong DLC that day. Like, the fact that it was a shadow drop made it just even better. So I purchased it. I'm like, yeah, I'm playing this. So basically, the DLC takes place on Donkey Kong Island, specifically Donkey Kong Island that was in Donkey Kong 64. I love how this game referenced the other 3D Donkey Kong so much that it's just like, it makes me so happy. That's my childhood. Donkey Kong 64 was one of my favorite games as a kid. It was really cool, and you had the music going. It's really awesome. But after playing it, I'm like, okay, you know, I did the whole live stream where I played it for about an hour. And you might be thinking, well, you only played it for an hour. Can you really give your honest opinion? Well, yeah, because there's not much there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did everything I really could in about an hour. You know, like, you have the extra mode where you can go through each level. I guess I didn't do that, but it didn't really matter. So basically, let me break this down for you. You have Donkey Kong Island, which, by the way, the design of this level is peak. You know, you have so many references to Donkey Kong 64. It looks like his island, right? You get the, you know, the headstone of DK. You have, you know, the island itself, and then like on the side you have like K. Rool's ship from Donkey Kong 64 that is like destroyed now. There's just like a reference to the game. Oh, it's so cool. I love it so much. And then you have, you know, just like little challenges for gold, and, you know, Diddy Kong's there, Dixie Kong's there, but that's kind of it. You know, just for the island itself. Now, we do have this extra mode that I will get into in a second, but for the level and the island itself, that's kind of it. There's little challenges for gold. You know, you talk to Cranky Kong and you're like, hey, what's new to do here? And he's like, oh, well, there's places to explore, and there's gold, a great place to stock up on gold. And I'm like, well, there is a level in Donkey Kong Bonanza, like the base game, where you can stock up on gold. It's the racing level with Diddy Kong. Like, there's so much gold in that level. It's just like, okay, well, what else is there? And he's like, that's it. Okay. Like, you couldn't have given us like 10 extra Bananza gems to like have challenges. You couldn't have done that. Like, what? I don't understand. Like, it was kind of like, it honestly made me very upset. Like, $20 for a DLC, and I was like, okay, I know it's $20 for this extra mode and this extra level, but the level is hype, and I bet there's gonna be a bunch of challenges in it for Bananza gems. There wasn't even that. Like, that was like the least I was thinking. Like, there's just gold that doesn't really matter because you can get gold anywhere else. Like, the level itself is so cool, and I love that they cooked with it. But without Bananza gems or challenges, like just collectibles, whatever, it's not that great. Like, yes, you have the gold, but the gold doesn't really do anything. Yes, you can use the gold to buy things, but the gold is in other levels as well. You know, like, how hard would it have been for you guys to add like 10 extra Bananza gems with unique challenges? and maybe like a small boss fight. You know what I'm saying? Like a miniature boss fight. It didn't have to be anything crazy. Just like you have 10 Bananian gems, maybe a little challenge in it to get to like maybe like one of those floating islands. You got to get to one of those, and then you fight a boss, and then you're done. That would have been worth $20 to me. But the fact that there's nothing in this level is kind of a turn off. I'm not just like, it's like, okay, this ain't worth $20. This should have just been like an extra level we got at the end of the game when you finished it. Kind of like in Mario Odyssey, where they give you that final like Peach's castle at the end of the game once you've completed everything. That's what this is. But it's honestly not as cool, I feel like. Were there moons in Peach's castle? I feel like there were. And now there's not. I don't get it. But you do also have this extra mode, which I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. Extra mode. So basically what the mode is you're running through, you're helping Void Kong, which is kind of funny. You're helping Void Kong collect these green gem things, where basically you start out with, you lose all your level ups, right? So you don't have as strong of a punch if you've leveled that up in the base game. You don't have as strong as a sensor when you hit the ground and it senses for things, which is kind of cool. Like, you run through it and like you do collect Bananium gems in this mode, but it's not what you think. You collect them and it's like, okay, now level up something, and then you do that. It's kind of like one of those games where you collect things, but you don't keep them afterwards, right? So you just like run through it, try to collect things to level up, and try to collect so much of these green gems as you can. But then after that mode is done, you don't have anything. You don't keep the Bananium gems. You don't keep the things you've collected. It's just simply for this mode. And yes, there are things you can unlock by doing this mode. There is a new full costume for Pauline and Donkey Kong, which is kind of cool, but it's not the coolest costume ever, you know. It's just like a Void Co costume, so if you go throughout each level, you can unlock all these things, which is cool. But $20 for it? I don't know, and I feel like I get kind of tired of that kind of gameplay. You know what I'm saying? It's just not my favorite. I wish there were. I'm really just bitter that there isn't like one small boss fight and like 10 Bananian gems. Like, how hard would that have been? Because the level itself seems a little bit useless unless you're doing that mode. So it's like, wait, why am I here? You know, it just doesn't really make sense to me. But if you want it, $20. I mean, I just really feel like it should have been a free update, or at least like maybe a $10 update for the extra mode, I guess, or just like cheaper than that, because it was kind of a big letdown. But let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. Did you purchase the Donkey Kong Bananza DLC? I'd love to hear your thoughts, and of course, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.